Welcome to SOCY 3050, the Sociology of Education. I'm Dr. Rob Cadle, and feel free to call me Dr. Cadle or just Rob. Rob is fine. This is the first of what I call videocast lectures, also known as vodcasts or video podcast, and we'll have one for pretty much each unit we'll cover this term. Each unit in the course is pretty straightforward. Usually what you'll find is a videocast just like this, where I'll introduce the topics we'll cover in that unit, plus there will be a discussion forum and a short quiz. You'll also find at the end of Units 5, 10, and 15 that there are essay assignments due. You can read more about those by clicking on the essay instructions link. But basically, after every 5 units, you'll have a list of several questions, and you'll pick one of those questions and answer it. Sometimes there's a bit of confusion that you have to answer all of the questions listed in that unit. So let me clear that up now. Just pick one question for each essay assignment. Your final grade consists of these 3 essays, participation in the discussion forums, and the quizzes. So make sure you put your heart and soul into each of those if you want to earn a good grade in the course. You can get more information on grading specifics as well as course and college policies and the course schedule by clicking on the syllabus link. So if you haven't already gone through the syllabus, let me strongly encourage you to do that as soon as you finish watching this video. You'll want to make sure that you're fully aware of the policies on late work and on academic honesty. I use plagiarism detection software to check that you write, for example, your essays, and if you cheat, I'll find out about it. Let me warn you right here that I will not tolerate plagiarism. Every term there's some student who thinks they can get away with it, and every term they get caught. So don't even try to cheat in this course. If you don't understand what plagiarism is yet, that's fine. We're going to cover that in Unit 2 of the course. And lastly, before we go on, you may be wondering about the quizzes and whether or not they are open book. Yes, the quizzes are open book, open note, so it is not cheating if you have your book available when taking those quizzes. Use the book. Cite your references from the book. Just don't copy answers or essays or discussion posts straight out of the book. If you copy straight out of the book, that's cheating, that's plagiarism, and you'll get a 0. Okay, so enough of the tough talk. Let's get into this first unit's material. This week we're reading most of Chapter 1 in Ballantyne and Hammock's The Sociology of Education, a Systematic Analysis. Read up to the section on research methods in Chapter 1, but stop there. We'll cover the last few pages of Chapter 1, including the section on research methods, when we start Unit 2. Here are some high points you'll want to be aware of. Obviously, there is a lot of introductory material here. The first several pages of the chapter talk about the key stakeholders in education, namely teachers and administrators, students, parents, and in general taxpayers, because they pay for public education and for a lot of private education too, you might be surprised to know. So be aware of the roles each of those groups plays in education. Take a look at box 1.1. There are some great examples of the types of questions that sociologists of education ask. So get an idea there of what exactly it is that we really study on a regular basis. You'll also find a bit in the next several pages about applied sociology, which is basically how some sociologists use theory and research to help folks understand sociological issues in education and make changes to educational systems. We'll see a number of examples of this throughout the book. Then you'll see several pages on theoretical approaches to the sociology of education. These may seem dry or boring, but I promise you they are very important. These theories, such as functionalism, conflict theory, and symbolic interactionism, appear throughout the book, and on the quizzes, and in the essay questions. So make sure you're up to speed on the theoretical material. And lastly, pay close attention to the open systems approach that Ballantyne and Hammock describe. This is their system for understanding the sociology of education as a whole, for incorporating the different theories just discussed, and for organizing all the information in the book, really. So that's it for me in this unit. A lot to cover. I would encourage you to stop by the introductory discussion forum in the course. You'll have a chance to introduce yourself and learn a bit about others in the course, and there's some extra credit to be earned there too if you post before the end of the drop ad period. Then head on to the first unit's discussion forum, and I'll see you there.